As said by Sir Nelson Mandela, education is by and far the most powerful weapon one can use to change the world. And today we want to conduct a session 2 with Mr. Imtiaz, which would make sure to provide the very essence of this well-said quote by Mr. Mandela. A very good evening to one and all presented today. And on behalf of the Homework App team and myself, Harsha Agarwal, I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guest speaker for the day, Mr. Imtiaz Ahmed, who is going to take us through the
Thank
topic.
you. Thank you so
Yes,
much, Harsha.
welcome,
It's
sir.
really a pleasure to, in the very last time, second time I'm with you. And
Definitely,
I
sir.
was really excited, to be along with all the participants here, and they are some great participants. The thing is only that, you asked for the previous week. So it is, of course, going, this is a time when I heard that somebody was saying they are busy in examination preparation, and that also, yeah, that is the time, of course. So everywhere the case is same.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So, yes, sir, I request you to take the stage and begin with the webinar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So basically, as everybody know, I got some comments and some I heard some of them speaking about the technology integration. So and about the and what are the tools we can use and how we can use. So always we say, I always say in our previous in my previous session, I don't know how many of you were there. I hope many of you were there already. So we had a discussion about the blended learning, but moreover that what is the blended learning. So instead of talking about some tools, we talked about the psychology, about the psychology of the students, right? And the ways how we can, and what is the blended learning, and what are the ways how to implement blended learning. So we learned that, but today we will be talking about few tools which we can integrate in our classroom. Doesn't matter whether the classroom is you are taking virtually or in person. These tools we can use anyway, anytime. So what are we going to talk today? This is the list of the topic here. So tech integration, we will talk about little bit tech integration, technology integration. What is exactly technology integration? We are keep getting this word, keep hearing this word from many of the educators around the world, and so many things about this technology integration. So many ed tech companies are there which are taking the responsibility of technology integration, I can say. Then we will be talking a little bit, some tools from Google, but not only Google, so a few more tools we will be talking about. So why I'm taking Google, because you must be knowing that yes, I am a Google certified trainer and the innovator. So I would be talking about Google here. And there is a reason of using this, because they are quite easy to use and quite handy. So I will be talking and how these will be used in our day-to-day teaching and learning for the students. Yep. So we will talk about little bit Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Forms, Google Slides. So we can say lesson plans instead of saying Google Slide, because we generally using Google Slides as well to make the lesson plans. Then Google Classroom, of course, is very common. So everybody might have used Google Classroom in the last 2 years. Of course, we will be using, and that was the option which came first to make our teaching continue. Google Meet, so this is again nothing new. Google Sites, portfolio. Why I'm saying portfolio? So these are the digital portfolios we ask the students to, or we itself as the teacher, we use the Google Sites, because we generally do, like, we have lots of content, but sometimes we think that if we would have the website, then we could have designed a website. So Google Site has given an opportunity to design a website completely free of cost, no domain required. So this is what Google Site, and we can explore the Google Site anytime, anywhere. Then Google Search, YouTube, and digital citizenship. Digital citizenship will be, again, very much important part, as we whenever we talk about the technology integration, or the blended learning or the hybrid learning or anything. It is any kind of virtual platform, but digital citizenship is always very important there. That plays a very vital role. Okay. Yeah. So when we talk about the technology integration, there are few things, and how do we go according to the if we talk about some system. So what is that system?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, it's visible.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was talking about technology integrations, and we will start from the four C's. Actually, you can take some more content to explain the technology integration, but as I have been trained and as I know about the what Google has given this, philosophy and then these things to understand the technology integration. So why, and especially when we talk about the classroom, because technology integration in the classroom, I should always use, or we should always use this word when we are talking about technology integration, because we all are the educators. So whenever we talk about technology integration into the classroom, otherwise ed tech or other things are completely different. We are not talking about those things. So being educators, like we understand the importance of teaching basic skills like reading, writing, and doing maths. But if we provide students with only the basics, then they will suffer from a huge gap in the knowledge and skills they need to function well in this 21st century. So only basic won't work. Then what? Then how to make it more critical for them. But critical doesn't mean like they may not understand. So in what way we can make them critical? So uh, like if we then the students also need practice with critical thinking, as I'm telling, communication, collaboration, and working creatively. Okay. So we'll start from the collaboration and technology integration. Basically, when we talk about technology integration, then collaboration comes first. So what does it mean? What does the meaning of collaboration here? So collaboration means it's like as an educator, we are all teachers in one school. So we all teachers, work together to make the things happen for the learners and for the school. So that was one thing, that how to collaborate. But when we came into now this 21st century and the century of digitalization, if I say, then how we can collaborate with the other colleagues, not only with the colleagues but the students as well. So at the same time everybody are doing the same work. So collaboration become here. That means suppose if I'm working on some plan, maybe it is a lesson plan only, then my junior or my senior also can work on the same lesson plan. So we don't have to that those days gone when we are getting the printouts and hard copies and distributing to the all our the colleagues or the partner whom we are working with. But now digitally we can collaborate with them. So collaboration become important. Not only the teachers, what about the students? How students collaborate? How? So many of us might have used the way of grouping while teaching. So make the groups of the students, that is called group learning. So that was one thing when they are coming in person. But now as most of them coming in person, but most of them are well aware with the technology and the tools. So instead of doing those things in the classroom only, we can do digital the virtually as well. Maybe this is the holidays or something, or that there is a teaching gap. So how we can bring everybody on the same page. So collaboration become very much important there, and there are so many tools where we can collaborate. We will talk about a few of the tools today. Communication, then communication is again the thing that we need to always focus, that how we are communicating doesn't mean only talking, but communicating means how we are if you remember, that some of you might have remembered, then we discussed a little bit about about the communication in our previous session. So here communication means I mean how we are communicating with the students and their parents. That is what communication I'm talking, and not only the students and parents, but about our maybe our the school directors, principal, the coordinators, or the other colleagues of the school. So communication means the ways of communicating. So what are the ways we can communicate with them, and how frequently and how easily. So and like without getting or without disturbing any one of them. So there are so many ways of there are so many things where we can make or we can have a great communication. Creativity, as we always talk about the creativity fostering into the classroom, because nowadays is simply teaching is not going to give a great or the fruitful results for us. So how, and we all know that our learners are more creative, right? So but the thing is only how we are what platform we are providing them, how we are providing them how and so that they can be more creative, like how much freedom we are providing them, how much independent they are to show their creativity, and at the same time whatever the creativity they are doing, or how much creative they are, how we as a teacher will show their creativity to the world, or to the, I mean, world means here I can say society or the other people of the school community. So creative, so that means we always try to the foster the creativity into the classroom. Then comes to the critical thinking. So as we were talking about the critical thinking, that if we always keep talking about the basics, then when they will be no, then when they will grow up with the great thoughts and the ideas. So we give the freedom to the students to bring the ideas, and if they are bringing the ideas, then how we are utilizing their ideas and giving or conveying to the other learners or the other people. So these four C's we are basically talk about whenever we talk about the technology integration. And I think these four C's are sufficient when we talk about the learners or the teaching and the learning. So they are sufficient for them. As I mentioned before, that yes, there can be more things, but right now we will be talking about these four C's, and they are quite sufficient for the technology integration to the classroom. So that's it. We will be talking a little bit more. Just a minute. Yeah. So here we have tools for collaboration, communication, and creativity. So as I told that we will be talking about most of the tools taken from the Google, because Google for Education is the program where they have made the program in such a way that each and everything being included there. Not only just the technology, but the ways of teaching and learning and everything. So Google for Education gives teachers for the freedom to spend more time personalizing the learning experience and less time managing it, because tools are made such a way that things are all managed, or you can manage very quickly or easily. Students can learn 21st century problem solving. So I would use here one word that is called applied digital skills. What is applied digital skills? Is there anyone who have used or who have gone through applied digital skills from the Google for Education program? There is completely separate program that is applied digital skill. If yes, please let us know. Right. So I'm just going to show this another slide there. Guiding for a project. Yes, great. So yeah, that means the first thing we can see on the screen is build a portfolio with Google Sites. So it is like applied digital skill is nothing but it's complete package of the learning for the learners, for the students, and not only the students. Even if we are very new in this program or in this, or we want to learn something very new, then the things are, that means everything is already made there. So you don't have to do much. Being a teacher, you have to simply assign the task for the learners, and they will be keep learning about most of the tools by themselves. You not just need to have your eyes that how what they are doing and how they are doing. So it is completely or directly associated with the Google Classroom. You have to simply assign the task, and they will be doing by themselves. So start teaching practical digital skills, right? So there are so many things on the applied digital skills. So that is what I'm saying, that Google has made this program in such a way that teachers, as it is mentioned, that teachers don't have to waste too much of the time, right? They have to simply personalize and don't have to manage a lot. So personalize means what exactly we are looking for. So that is what tools for. So these are few more things here, and communication creativity we will be going through some of the tools. Then there we will be learning easy IT administration for organization of all sizes. Here it is like this is kind of installment of the things, that means Google for Education or the digital tools there. So these digital tools, that doesn't mean that we have some hard or some kind of object or something. That is simply one admin is required in each school, and of course everywhere in most of the school we have the IT administration department there. So they do this all the things. They It is just because that means because every school have their own the rules and regulations, that yes, they can allow the mobile phone or the tablet or the laptop to the students, or they cannot allow. If they allow, then what are the things students can use in the school premises and what they cannot use. So that is completely under the control of IT administrators. They can control each and everything in that way. Then third thing comes to the budget friendly with security built in. So I'm not talking about this much because that's none of our business right now. We are talking about the technology integration. But yeah, they are not charging a lot. So as per the research, like we identified 8 emerging trends in K-12 education. So there are few trends has been, you can see there that they
Sir,
are trending these days. Yes.
for the annotation on the screen, no, you can turn off the option in security. So if you go to your Zoom, at the
Yeah,
bottom of
actually.
the screen, yeah, there will be a security option. So there you can just
Mhm.
untick the annotation one.
Can we stop from there? So I don't know, like if somebody, okay, disabled.
Yeah.
Right. So we were talking about the on the emerging trend. What is trending these days in K-12 education, and you know what, like how you can see what is trending. So there is also another tool of the Google Trends. So everything you can see that what is trending in particular field, be it education, marketing, business, or anything. So you can always check the companies, everything you can check using the this Google Trend tool. So there you can see the trend, what is trend going on or what is trending these days. So like we are talking about the education right now. So you can see that digital responsibility, computational thinking, collaborative classroom, innovative pedagogy, life skills and workforce preparation, students-led learning. Students-led learning, I was talking about the applied digital skills. So that is what student-led learning. They actually get the certificates also if they are completing their tasks. So we can, but that is our responsibility that whether we are providing certificates or not. It is always good to provide the certificate. So like it is kind of what they are doing, they are achieving something. So they take more interest. Connecting guardians and schools. So that is the part which we can, which is always the part of the community, school communities. So we always need to be connected with them at some way there where they also feel free to connect at anytime anywhere. And emerging technologies. So these are the 8 emerging trends here that we are always we are keep talking about these things in different ways. Yeah. So what are these all the things in detail? If you want, then I'm going to share the link, and that is what you will see by yourself as well. Yeah, that is the link. So future of the classroom, that means most of the important information you will get in that link. And what I'm talking about, so I have taken the just one of the screenshot from that: digital responsibility, life skills, and work. So what are these all the things like digital responsibilities? So parents and guardians want the schools to help students develop healthy relationship with technology. Otherwise, that could be go in the wrong way as well. So I'm not talking too much about this trend, but yes, that is what we need to understand, that what is the trend going on, so that we also get inspiration, we also get some motivation to do something more, in our teaching. We always, of course, like everybody of us are trying to make the teaching more and more and more, better, so that students can get more and more help from the teachers. Yep. Now we will talk about some tools here. So yeah, there are few tools which are quite common, and I assume that most of us knows that what are the use and how to use them. So Google Drive was one of the tool which we have started beginning. So there were some few tools which we had started in the very beginning of as soon as we came into the pandemic. So before that also we were using like Google Photos was there. So these are just nothing but the cloud based storage having. So even though Microsoft we were using, like when we had even I used that. So we were using from the Microsoft also called OneDrive, right? So that was called OneDrive, which was given from the Microsoft, but from the Google it is Google Drive. So it is easy to keep the things at one place, and not only keep the things at one place, but also at the same time sharing become very much easy for them. So there are few points like creating files. So it is completely, I always consider as my my virtual laptop or virtual computer system, so that I always try to organize my drive in that way only, so that everything will be in the order or in the and easily could be identified. Because being a teacher, you are not only the teacher, some of us are have holding some responsibilities, maybe from the examination, academic or something. So you keep design in that way, so that everything could be easily and every time we need to share also. We need sometime we need the approval from our higher authorities, so that become very important. Why? Because this is kind of paperless working. There's something is there which is again and again putting me out. Yeah. Yeah. So accessing files, organizing files, working with Office files. Office files means it is not important that you have some Microsoft file and you cannot work with that. It is very easy. You need to simply put in the Google Drive and it will automatically convert your file. You don't have to like convert, or there is any procedure to be followed. Uploading files, converting files. So these are few things here. If we are not going actually deeply in each of them, because of course we don't have that much time to go into deeply, but it's like that we should know that yes, these are the tools could be used for what purpose. And of course there are hundreds of tutorials on the internet nowadays, so we can anytime learn. And as I told in the beginning before as well, that you can anytime approach to me as well, that if you need any help in this regard. So I will be happy to help in that regard, that how to use any of the tools and what are the benefits of those using those tools. So and I basically love this part, sharing files with specific people. This is very easy. Even not it is not important then you must be working on laptop or PC only. It's very easy to use in the mobile phone, Android or any iOS or any kind of mobile phone. So it's very easy to use in that as well. Even we just few days before I was my printing person was talking about that. So he said sometimes it happened that we just give the mail to him so that he can do all the printing and all. But sometimes being if you have some urgent work or emergency and that is definitely required, the hard copy only required, then what would you do? So he said, sir, no problem, I have the access in my mobile phone, you simply just text me, I will do the printing, I will give the command from there only. So everybody is like trying to learn and making the work more easy and easy. Yeah, so that is something. Google Drive. Then we have Google Docs. So it's nothing but kind of Microsoft Office doc, or there's those things. So it is also the Google Docs. But somebody maybe say that yes, we don't have all the tools which we were using in the Microsoft Office. So yes, I agree that there are not all the tools, but all the tools, whatever the tools are given, they all are very useful or we use frequently. So it's not kind of designing the doc in very creative way, or we are designing like this is something collaboration, especially for the collaboration. This Google Docs has been made for the especially for the collaboration. So what are that things? So you can see there, create, share, collaborate, comment, and suggest, version history, citation tool. So they are the main feature of Google Docs, that means create. So there's nothing like simply typing and doing, but they are, but that is also in the very creative way, so that it looks very organized. I won't use the word it looks very beautiful, because all the tools may be not there to design everything in that way. But please excuse me in this regard. I'm getting logged out again in the Google Docs. So and the learners to maybe find out something, or just 4 or 5 students can work all together in the same document, right? We sometimes give such kind of task to the students so that they can work, or again I will say that kind of group learning. So not being in the classroom, but still we can perform the group learning for the students. So that is what collaborating. So all students can work on the same Google Doc to find out if somebody have made any mistakes, so other can suggest or comment that okay, please do this, or please do that. So simply, I mean, it's kind of texting only. They have to simply write, and then other will automatically notify that yes, there are some suggestions or some comments in the Google Doc or my Doc. We can work accordingly. So collaboration, suggestion, version history. Yes, one of the very yeah, important part here, that sometime it happen. So every time I generally get the question that suppose there are 10 students working on the same document, that some students may create some issues. So how will come to know whether who made this, because everybody is doing, so how will come to know that who made the issues there, or who created some issues in the Google Doc. So version history always tells you that yes, at the end, or by this time, this student have done, or like deleted something or added something. So that could be easily seen. But I always suggest to the educators that yeah, please don't take it as negative. Yeah, because it happened that, oh, so you did that, okay, so this is the person who made the problem there. So we always see, this is for the our assessment, that how we can check. And always, like, you work 2 days before, right, and but somebody have created some issues 1 day before only, so no issue, you don't have to work on the same. You just go and select the part that yes, what you were working 2 days before, you need exactly that part. So click on the date, and it will automatically restore your version. So that is something version history there. Citation tool, again, I mean, see, cited, because in this digital, or in this era of digitalization, it is very easy to copy paste or take the content of other. Even though we give the task to the student, they can simply copy from the internet, and that's easy for them. But if we teach them about the citation, about the references, how to give the references, what is the importance of citation, then they also be aware that yes, they should not use the content made by the other people or other students, right? So in case they are using, suppose they are not anyway, because that there is nothing wrong in taking someone's content and learning in that way. There is nothing wrong. But the thing is only, we cannot own that content, that yes, I made this content. So we cannot, I mean, the same thing we have to teach to the student, that you can use, but never try to own the someone's others content as your own, right? So give the citation that yes, this was made by so and so person on so and so date, or day, or year, or everything. It is I mean, easy. So when you will get to know that how to do the citation. So yeah, so this is what about the Google Docs. I was talking about the anytime, anywhere, like some more key features of Google Docs. So these are the words even could be understood very easily, that we have already talked about. Yeah, we have already talked about the create, share, collaborate, suggest, and version history as citation. So same thing we can take as the key features, like anytime, anywhere. Time is not important there, as we discussed in our previous session as well. I don't know if it is, the recording is available. So yep, anytime, anywhere, do more together. That means collaboration. So everybody can work. Suppose I am working but stuck, so I can take help of my colleague, or I can take help of my, any of the known whom I trust. Yep, that person will definitely help me to design. Suppose I was creating this slide, right? Google slide. So sometimes it is, you don't have much time, but then how can you do it? So you can take help of someone, that yes, I was doing this. Can you please suggest that if something good could be there? So yeah, if there is a possibility, we can take help in that way. So you don't have to keep the hard copy and to show the colleague that yes, I planned this one, and can you please add some more point there? So not necessary. Now you can just share the link, and that's it. So smart editing and styling, offline editing. This is, sometimes everybody worry that if we are working completely, on the cloud-based, these tools. So what if we don't have internet availability, or all of a sudden there is no internet, but we are working? So what we can do? So if you think that there could be possibility of internet or electricity or some, of course, electricity problem is there, then we cannot use PCs as well. But if it is only the internet issue, then we can make the file offline. So that is something you can always work. Suppose there is no internet for 6 hours, so but the document is very much important to you to present just the next day. What will you do in that case? So if you think there could be or it is very urgent, or you have to show only tomorrow, so I also sometimes do the same. I make the document offline, and then you can keep working on that. Not an issue. As soon as you will get the internet, everything will be updated, right? So you don't have to worry that okay, some content may be lost or something. Nothing, just make it offline once, But yes, for that you will have to choose that you want to work this document offline as well. Integrate add-ons. So there are lots of add-ons, available on the internet, or especially if I say then Chrome. So what is your use, the like timer, or any of the other tools? Maybe you have to comment. So Mote is there. You can use the tools for the commenting. So many the add-ons are available on there. It depends on our need. Even sometimes math teacher, I'm the math teacher, so yes, I struggled a lot in the beginning, that yes, I can, how I can insert the equation, how I can type so many equations, when I'm creating some Google Forms, or I'm typing on the Google Doc. So there are so many add-ons which we can simply download and keep working. Auto saves. You don't have to like control S or something you have to do. It is just work and close the window. That's it, done. It is automatically saved. Same thing is Google Sheets. So most of us have used Excel, Microsoft Excel. So the same thing is of the Google Sheet is, but all what the feature we have discussed here, same features are in the Google Sheet as well. Because if we are working on result preparation, if we are working in some other thing, then Google Sheet comes that become very important that time. So Google Sheets is there. That means the collect, organize, analyze, visualize. So what is this all? Visualize here. Suppose you need the graph of the students of the class, right? So you have to simply write the marks in one of the table, and that is very easy to visualize. So one of the graph will automatically click on the graph option, and the whole graph will be designed for you. You don't have to design the graph, it will be automatically designed for you. So you can easily see that what is the performance. Like you want to see the performance of one student of the last 6 months, and in the last 6 months means they have worked some test or some assessment, and now you want to see what is the progress. So you can see that. Yep, that is easy to understand. Even the classrooms you can see very easily. So that is what the features. There are lots of features in the Google Sheets. I would again say, for the individual tools, we will be, let's see, we will be having some more sessions so that everybody can be proficient in using those tools. But yes, if you are trying to learn by yourself, the uh, there are so many tutorials are on the internet, and we from the Google Educator group also have the kind of boot camp. So is there anybody who has attended any of the boot camp in India for the Google certified level 1 or level 2 or trainer or something? So if they have joined any of the boot camp, they must have got to see that yes, what are the things we can. Yes. So yeah, Abba ma'am has written yes. So yes, miss, you might have seen that yes, we discuss about each and every tools in detail, so that everybody can learn at least that how to use and what are the uses. So there are two things. One is if you are preparing for Google certified level 1 or level 2, that is, of course, we need to go through each and every tool, or other is just our use, that what is our use. So according to the use, we can simply learn, right? So like when I was not certified educator level 1 or level 2, or trainer or innovator, so comes later. But that time it was very much important to, yes, everybody was used to sharing the Google sheet, that okay, fill that attendance, fill the marks, fill this, fill that. So, and there are so many things I even did not know. So I learned it just by finding on YouTube or somewhere, so that I can learn a little bit more. Or even the Google for Education program, they have the specific tutorials for each of the tools. So from there also we can learn. That is called Skill Shop. So there, there are the complete units for the level 1 and level 2. If you are preparing, fine, that is, of course, you will have to complete those modules. If you are not preparing for level 1, level 2, then also you can just go through each and every tool, and you will see. I'm just sharing the link so that everybody can. Here is this. So you can just click on this link, and there you will see one of the, there are so many modules will be open, and one by one you can just check that which tools you want to learn and what are the things you want to learn there.
So are you sharing the screen or?
No. I'm just sharing this within a while. Here it is. So that was a little bit about Google Sheet. I'm not again getting into deep of the Google Sheet, because Google Sheet is one of the things that it is like, as much you are trying to learn, that those many things are there. Like, it is never ending things. These many tools are there, but they are really making our work so easy and time saving. So the day and the time I have learned these things, that I mean, I don't remember then when I'm going with the Microsoft Office or some other thing, because I'm enjoying this. So these are the few things here. Let's go quickly about, yeah, Google Forms. So it helped a lot. It helped us a lot, while we talk about the taking the assessments and the maybe it is especially for the formatives, right? So Google Forms is one again thing. So again, I would say that yes, this is something. So uh, not going through this thing, but yeah, a little bit about this. To create quizzes, you can now assign points values and have forms auto grade. So you don't have to simply make it once and forget about the assessment. You have to simply share the link once to the learners, and everything will be getting automatically. They will be writing, you will be getting the marks, and just what you have to do, if you want to keep the records of those scores and everything, then simply convert into the Google Sheet. You don't have to do that. Simply click in one option of um, um, uh, sending the scores to the Google Sheets. That's it, done. So it is again saving our lots of time. Yep. And create a peer review checklist for writing assignments, or even not only this. As I suppose, like, I am handling the examination at my school, so I can say that yes, I'm the examination officer here, and suppose I want to organize some kind of test or anything, or I want to take the suggestions from my colleagues or from my authorities, then simply design a Google form, and that mention what are the things you want to get, what kind of suggestions you are looking for. If you have planned something, you want to show to everyone that yes, I'm planning this, are you agree, or whatever, simply just share with them. Then yeah, tips and tricks. So there are so many things. Once we will get into Google Forms, you will get to know the more and more features of. And it is not only just writing the question and answer and that's it. It is very much interesting, even for your formative assessment. Like we always say that assessment for learning. So even just put 4 questions, and but now when most of us are now getting into the school and in person going to the school and teaching, so then what is the use then of Google Form? Yes, there is a use. Like, students are habitual to do this all. They are knowing each and everything how to use the Google Form. So just kind of weekend test, we can say, or any of the tasks you can still provide to them to just enjoy, right? No, and so that it will save your time in the classroom, where you can focus more in teaching instead of taking the test or this all. Because taking one test minimum take 40 minutes of the whole the class. So that's the time we can save, and we can do some more activities in person if they are coming. Google Slides, uh, going a little more quickly. So Google Slide is again, like, I'm using this Google Slide. So I'm not only the presentation, because earlier everybody of us used to, use that PowerPoint presentation. But basically, my PowerPoint presentation, we have seen that most of us has just used for doing some kind of present webinar or some meetings or some other things. So it's just we use in that way. But what else could be done using the Google Slides? Even we can make a brilliant lesson plan using the Google Slide. Google Slide, why only Google Slide, the lesson plan on Google Slide? So it's like, links are there, things we are simply putting on the Google Slide and sharing the complete slide to the learners. So it is like, there is one chapter, say it is mathematics or science or anything, there is one chapter, but in under the one chapter there are so many topics, right? So now, and one topic means maybe sometimes there is lots of content in one topic, then then in another topic. So lots of content is there. So what we can do is simply give the name. Let's say it is, I'm teaching triangle, so I put the triangle there, or simply I'm taking the name geometry. So I put the name geometry. Under the geometry, what we are teaching one by one, like triangle, then all the polygons. So we can take triangle and everything about the triangle, similarity, congruency, everything, right? So we can make the subtopics and just slide wise. It is very easy, and we simply like, I did not show there, so it's just a minute. I didn't do today, but next time. So like, this is the list. So this is the list here. I did not give the link here. Otherwise, if I click on tag integration, directly tag integration will open. If I would have given the link here, Google Meet, So if I click on the Google Meet, wherever the Google Meet is in this slide, it will directly open that. So it is again time saving, right? So that is what the way we are. That is what the use of Google Slide here. So again, collaboration, sharing. I mean, we are talking about the same thing, and creativity. Yep. So Google Slide, that means it is a presentation tool to create digital slides to share in your class or any other people, but I'm not, yeah. And what are the key features here? So we can include text, images, audio, and video, everything. Like if I would have put some audio, I could have played, and everybody of us must be, listening some beautiful song. So those can be done. Audio, video, just put a video, and you don't have to, you don't require any other video player to play. It will directly play on the slides itself. So it is what time saving again. Even nowadays, students are coming to the school, but I'm using the Google Slide. Why? I mean these slides, and so to teach, because I have the content, all most of the content in my slides. So now just uh, connect with your projector if it is possible in your school. Just connect with that and keep, and start teaching there. So again, it is saving the time of writing on the board and doing that. So this is again time saving the time, but we need to just keep giving some task in between to the students so that they can be engaged. If they are not allowed to bring the laptops or pen tablet, if they are allowed, then so we have lots of things to do. Sites. So I mentioned a little bit about the Google Sites. This is kind of a website tool where you can put your stuff in very creative way without paying a single penny, and you don't need to be a very much technology savvy. You don't need to be, I mean, like it is not important, because earlier even I used to think that suppose if I have the website, I can put this content there, I can put that content. Some of us are very good, not only the teachers but even the students, they are very good. Some of them are very good in writing, and maybe literature, and they want to show their work. So how they will show? So we just make the the one of the site for each class, and we integrate with the main website of the school website, right? So they are, guardians and the parents and everybody can see that what their ward is doing. So not necessarily that every time uh, the that the admin will be keep putting all the, and it is not possible to keep putting all the things in the website, school website. So we make some these kind of websites, some these sites, and that's really very easy to use. I have given the links, so you may go through the skill shop, and there are each and every tool you will learn. And applied digital skill, these two things. Applied digital skill, when you will click, you will get the complete lesson plan of teaching any of the tool, right? So you don't have to do anything. You have to simply, just choose and share. So creating, editing, sharing, and publishing, we don't have that much time to go into this, but yes, of course, in the coming time, we will be definitely going through. Google search. Now, most of us would be thinking that what are the use of learning this Google search? Like, why to learn? This is simply just type and search, type. But it's not that, I mean, that way, because if we don't have, suppose we don't want to waste our time, then how accurately we can get the information what we are looking for? So if we know the skills, how to search, brilliantly, how to search wisely, then Google search is very much important to know that how we can search it in that way, right? So it's like, if I want to search anything on the Google, then how we can do that? So I don't know. Okay, so there are few features to search that. Suppose you want any of the content only 1 year old, so just select the date that you want the content of 1 year old only, not before that, right? And or you can select the particular website that yes, you want that only that website, or particular author of the or the writer of the content which you are looking for. So that's very easy to us to search and to share that to the learners. And even the same thing we can teach to the learners as well, that how they can make their work more easy and accurate. So these are few things like how to search on Google, use the Omnibox. So this is again, these are the points just mentioned here, but we cannot go through right now. YouTube, same thing in the YouTube. Everybody would think everybody is using YouTube these days. So what's new now? Right? But why it is important to learn the main feature of YouTube? So it's like, I want to show the congruency of the two triangles to the students, right? So like, I'm just keep searching and keep finding. There are n numbers of YouTube, so which are good for them, right? And especially depends on the learner, the age of the learner. Suppose you want to show some video for the kids only, like maybe till 10 years, or maybe till 20, 12 years, or before, or less than that. So what kind of videos, because you want to show them, right? So in that case, what can be done then? Select the video of that particular age range. So the age range is there, or particular the channel you want to, you are looking for some from some particular channel. Let's say there are some websites, so I can say that don't memorize, or you can say Byju's, suppose the Indian website which we have, which we are using frequently. So we can put the keywords there, and we can directly get the video if it is available. If it is not available, of course we can't do anything. So there are so many features of YouTube as well. Create and manage a YouTube channel. So everybody, most of us are having the channels these days, and search and subscribe to the channel. So the most important part is creating the playlist. So what I do, like, I create a playlist topic wise. So suppose I'm teaching the triangle, so all the associated videos regarding related to the topic I put in one playlist, and instead of sharing one video, I share a complete playlist. That means one link, all the videos will be in the same playlist. So again, it is saving your time and students time, and they don't also have to find here and there every time. So this is nothing but it's kind of saving of the time. Classroom. So again, like, it is our virtual classroom. I can say that it helped a lot to the educators to continue our teaching, definitely. So there are again few things which we can learn, like there is also kind of a plagiarism, checking the plagiarism thing. So this is something which we hardly use, but there Google Classroom itself is providing this option, so that students do not copy and paste from other learners or other website, right? So few features about the Google Classroom. Jamboard, of course, again collaboration, and digital citizenship is there. So digital citizenship, now as you have the link, so you please go through the digital citizenship, because before implementing such kind of technology into the classroom, it is very important to teach the digital citizenship to the learners, so that they don't misuse these things. Otherwise, it is very easy to for the learners to misuse the things. So of course we cannot bound them. I mean, that is so it is something like that. Yes, the learners, as much as he's in the school or she's in the school, we have the control. But after that, what? Who is the control? So this is also the same thing. So at the same time, not only the learners, but at the same time, we need to give such kind of sessions to the parents and the guardians as well, so that they can also be aware that what could be the good things for them. So it's nothing but kind of internet. So what is that? Cyberbullying things are there, and password and precautions. So how the password could be strong, what kind of password they should make. So these are all key points in the this digital this topic in under this category. And yeah, like, you can share anything, but don't share the password. It's like that. So we need to tell them each and every time. Okay, apart from that, we have so many tools more, but I did not take, because it was like technology integration into the classroom. But these tools, maybe it's Gmail, Google Groups, Google Chat, Calendar, Google Tasks, Google Keep, Chrome. It is nothing but these all are the tools which save our time, right? In different ways. Gmail, lots of mail you are getting every time from the social, you are getting from the forums or some groups, you are getting so many things. So how you can organize them, so that you get exactly the mail which is important or urgent for you. So we can have lots of features in that Gmail. So these kind of things are there. So it's instead of talking these tools into the technology integration, I have separated them, so that it is what this save our time and make our life easier, right? So it is like that. Yep. Just few minutes more and we are just about to end. So gamify of your classroom. This is again a very important part when we talk about technology integration. So how we can gamify, how we can make the classroom more entertaining for the learners. And these are the things which is not necessarily for the virtual, but in person as well, because this is something they can do anytime at home or anywhere they are, right? So I have chosen few of the tools there. I'm not like marketing for them, but I'm just, because they are, I have used them or I'm using them frequently, so that's why I kept them. So Kahoot is one of the the platform where we find lots of games regarding the learning for each and every subject. So what are the thing important or the good thing in the Kahoot is, or maybe it is quizzes, same thing. There are few features different, but the working is almost same. So Kahoot or quizzes, the thing is that you will get thousands of the test or the assessment or whatever you are looking for, the formatives for the students, you don't have to even design by yourself. Just type your topic, that what topic you are looking for, and everything will be there, because there are thousands of lakhs of teachers and educators around the world who are designing them and putting in this, right? So even you can design that, of course. If you have the time, of course, you go particularly for the some particular topic, that you can of course go. But suppose what, I don't have anything today to for the students to give as the assessment or something. So what I should do? I simply type the name of the topic, and that's it. Done. You share, right? And it is like, it can be used anywhere, maybe mobile phone, laptop, PC, anywhere. So these are the few and that is what, like, more tools are there, of course, for the creativity. Adobe Creative Cloud Express, that is especially from the Adobe. Anything like you want to give some project work for them, but it should be designed digitally. So yeah, that is something. Even one more, Canva is there. Canva, if you are sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to share the link. For the this, what is the Spark and what is the Adobe? So earlier Spark, but now they have changed it and made it as Adobe Creative Cloud Express. So that's nothing, just the name, changing the name only. Okay. And yeah, the last, I think, but not the least, we have my view board. So we were talking about the Jamboard. And recently I have, been to Purnima, and we had a good session on our GG platform, GG Lucknow. So there she has explained it well, and even I have gone through and found it so interesting. Like, lots of things are there in the my view board. So it's not only a kind of whiteboard, but it itself is a creative tools to to do everything on single platform. So must go through this. I would suggest definitely. I'm going to share the link of this as well. Yep. Yeah, so most of us definitely were using Jamboard, but there are more tools we can, just to bring the more creativity if we want. Like, of course, the Jamboard is sufficient for the collaboration and for the teaching, right? But if we want more creativity to bring in our classroom, then we can go with more tools. So my viewboard is one of the tool I found very interesting. Yeah, so this was all about for today. I mean, for this session, we will definitely look for the individual tools and technology learning and session. So we will go with that. About Google certification, so I'm not, if somebody is interested to know what is Google certification, then please they can stay for 2 to 3 minutes. So I just can give you one overview, and if you are interested, if not, it's completely your choice. So like, just to give the information, the certification level. So there are 4 levels, but basically when we talk about level 1 certification, it is based on knowing the fundamentals of Google tools. So the tools which we have discussed today, they are the tools which came in the category of level 1 certification, but it's like very basic uses. You don't have to be master there. But if you want to do, if you want to go for the advanced part, that comes to the level 2, right? So that is level 2 certification for the advanced uses of these tools. And certified trainers, so they are the other category of, after level 1 and level 2, you can apply for the trainer, Google certified trainer, and or maybe the innovator as well. So innovators is like, it depends when they are opening the the when they are making it available for the area wise. So it depends on them, because like 2021 was available for complete APEC, Asia Pacific, right? But again, now this time, next time, for which area or which region they are going to make it available, we'll have to check again and again. So that is something advanced. But there is like, you need to innovate something, and you need to find out something good for the society, for the learners, and for the schools. So I'm the innovator, so I'm still working, because my academy was finished in December, 2 months academy. So, and after the academy, I got 8 months to complete my project. So once I will be, complete my project, then I will submit my project to the Google, and then they will give the rights, like, so you can use some design website or whatever the project you are working. That depends on how they will be using that, and it is moreover how the society will be using. So this is nothing but for the society, for the people, for the educators. It's nothing to do with the Google or something. Yeah, so this is the level one, like free trainings. Exam fee is $10 only, 3 hours online exam. That is proctor exam. That means the screen will be sharing to the when you will be appearing for the exam. Pass or fail, 80% cutoff, valid for 3 years, access to a webcam and Chrome. Yeah, that is required. And then if you are coming to the level 2, then again trainings are free. So free trainings means they are not providing the training virtually or one-to-one, but it's like they have provided the module. So you please learn the module, and if you are confident enough, you just fill the form, right? Or if you want to learn more, then there are so many tutorials are on the YouTube, or apart from that, we in the India also now we have so many Google Educator Group. I am also the leader of Google Educator Group Lucknow. So we organize or we conduct some boot camps where we take all the tools level wise, like level 1 all the tools, then if it is level 2, then again all the tools. So what are the things could be asked in the examination? So these things. Yeah, that's it. So it was for today. Any specific question, if you have, please write in the chat or unmute yourself if possible. Link not working. Which link is that, ma'am? Can you please?
I think so it's the feedback we are saying. Okay, I'll just open it again. It's not.
Okay. Yeah. So that's okay. And yeah, I mean, please share these all the links so the other will be getting the help what they are actually looking for.
So I think there are no specific questions as of now, sir. So I'll
Okay.
just present a small vote of thanks which we have prepared for you before we end the session. All right. So on behalf of the Homework
Yeah.
Lab team and all the educators present here today, I would like to extend a warm gratitude to you, sir, who took out again the necessary time, from your busy schedule and gracing us with knowledge in such a short period of time. Therefore, warm regards to you, sir, and we really, really hope to connect with you sometime again in future as well. And yes,
It would be my pleasure.
that would be our pleasure as well, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity and for again meeting with all the people here. And I'm sure that everybody is on the same page and looking for some good ideas and the ways. So this is only the way how we can do it, how we can make it possible. So yeah, thank you so much once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.